All right, you guys, Hate Street Voice, and I am at this fabulous house here, going to see my friends in this fabulous band, and we're gonna go check out what's going on, what they're doing, what they're all about. Wow, they seem to be making music. They're making music of some, there they are, oh my gosh.
Linda Kelly?
Who are you people?
LK.
Hate Street Voice.
Hate Street
Hate Street Voice. Yeah. Have you guys heard of this rag?
I know all about the Hate Street Voice. In fact, look at this one.
Iconic.
Oh, wow, that was a good product placement right there.
Right.
Yay! Thank you for being here. I mean, you were here on. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for just walking in.
Yeah, just, door was
Inviting
open.
yourself. Yeah. No.
It's a beautiful San Francisco Victorian.
It's gorgeous. I mean, that's classic. And I do recognize these lovely folks have live from the Red Couch every Monday.
Yeah.
6 to, no.
It's 5:30 San Francisco time.
And you'll recognize that back wall.
Yeah.
For the most part. Sometimes it's a different Red Couch. But
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
And this,
Is
Yeah.
clearly.
every couch is red to us.
Yeah, we only see red couches.
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't take too much of your time because I know you're
No,
busy
no,
musicians.
We want you to take too much of our time.
But you did hot off the Hate Ashbury Street Fair.
Yeah.
Tell me about that experience. Wow. Now, Kate, had you ever played it before?
I've never even been to it before.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I'm still kind of recovering in a good way. I mean, I'm still feeling the buzz of it, I guess.
Yeah.
It was really wonderful. It felt like I was in kind of another time. I mean, to be a part of it after, 45 years, right?
Yeah.
And I could feel in that street the energy from years past. Yeah. It just felt like really magical. Like it did. It felt really good.
It was one of my favorite shows in a long time. Mm-hmm. Because San Francisco, of course, is so important to me and a big part of my life. But to be doing the Hate Street Fair is just.
Had you ever done it before? I thought you maybe had played it.
Many years ago. It's been a very long time since I did the Hate Street Fair. So to do it with SgtSplendor this time was amazing, and we got to, right before us, our friends Brian Kehoe and Merv and Louie and everybody played, and that was
and Frightwig afterward.
Old school, right?
I know.
It just felt really great, and also paying a little homage to the old Hate Street Summer of Love era with doing White Rabbit. We did that with Violet Basso singing it, and that was a pretty special moment as well.
That's
great.
Did you? This is a little bit of a jump, but we can do whatever the fuck we want. So, did you ever play the Night Break on Hate? Do you remember the Night Break?
I played the Night Break very regularly.
So, Kate, Night Break was like kind of a hang. It's where Chris Isaac kind of started.
Yeah.
It was like
it was
where he got.
a great venue on Upper Hate, right by where we just played at the fair. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had like open windows. It was like really like a pretty. I don't know. I mean,
it's a classic.
Les Claypool kind of.
Everybody played there. I mean, it was just a little
tiny, like the size of this room practically. It was
awesome
small.
place.
Speaking of a million years ago, Eric, you and I have known each other probably since 1989 or 90.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Blue Lamp.
Yep.
Over down there on Geary, Ed
We used to do
Ivy.
the regular Faraway Brothers thing. Me and Paula Baldy, Ed Ivy. Yeah, that was. Those were some really good times. Those gigs were really.
Robin Coomer would show up.
Yeah,
I mean, and the history of like people like Storm and Robin and you, and I love that the wonderful Kate is now part of the bunch of nutbags that we all are. But I mean, it's pretty amazing the music that's come out of here, and
a lot of extraordinary stuff. And it's funny you mentioned Storm. We just texted 20 minutes ago. Yeah, we're gonna go. Actually, we're going to stay at Storm's place when we play Asheville, but I think she'll be on tour. But whatever. Anyway, she's still out there doing her thing.
I know, man.
She really is.
She really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
I mean, for me, one thing about being at the fair, I obviously hear a lot from Eric about and love hearing about San Francisco in the 90s, and pre-night, and 60s and 70s, but I hear from Eric about San Francisco in the 90s.
And, I was here for that part.
And the, the community that existed is something that I think that we've, just everywhere kind of lost a bit of.
Yeah.
But at the fair on Sunday, it felt like it was there. And so many people came up. I mean, it's an honor to be a part of it, to be like welcomed into that world and the community. And I really have been welcomed, and it's felt so good.
Oh, yeah.
But being there and people coming up to Eric and saying hi to me and saying, I've known Eric for 30 years or whatever. I mean, or not, maybe not the number, but just to say,
100 years ago, there were dinosaurs.
No, like just to know, like you all were like figuring it out in San Francisco in the music scene, and now here you are, and it's still the bond is still there.
It's
and
great to still have the relationships and all that, like from then, and and a lot of these bands and people. You have been playing a lot with a lot of these people lately, like Kevin, the Brown Fellinis, David Boys, Kevin Carnes, and all of them. We with Paulo, of course, from he's on our SgtSplendor albums, all of them. Michael Urbano, another, he's on our second SgtSplendor album. So we've been connecting a lot with those, it's a lot of, younger and older generation musicians.
When did SgtSplendor, for the people in the audience that want to understand the evolution of SgtSplendor, when did that get born?
Well,
in New Mexico, correct?
Well, so Eric and I both grew up in New Mexico.
Shout out to I love New Mexico.
Yes,
Shout out.
we love New Mexico.
Yay.
We didn't know each other. Eric left before I was kind of on the scene, and we met at a songwriting festival in Wisconsin. We were touring under our own names at that time, so we were kind of interested in each other's music first, and then, and then that naturally progressed. Yeah. But then, when during the lockdown, we just started writing songs together, and we were like, well, I guess let's have a different name for the things that we're putting out together. And
we thought we'd just record the songs and then just maybe
we didn't know. We didn't know what was going to happen. But when we released the first album, there was a great response, and so we just kind of been following that. And that was like 2.5 years ago.
So the album came out 2022. That's the one with Paulo, many years, and Paulo, and then Dave Schools on bass.
Yeah, oh wow.
And a few
of Widespread Panic, all y'all.
That's right.
And the guy that introduces Pat McDonald playing harmonica on a song.
Pat McDonald, shout out to you, Pat. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Angelo Moore from Fishbone played keys on a couple, and then Jerry Harrison played keys on one song.
Talking Heads, holy shit.
Right.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool, and.
That was the first album.
That was the first album.
Occasions for Self-Congratulations.
That's right.
First album.
And where does the name come from?
That name? Oh, SgtSplendor?
Yes.
Yeah. What is that name?
SgtSplendor. We're still working on a better origin story because it's not so
very
fun.
Okay, screw that.
It was a fun it was a brainstorm. It was brainstorm.
It's my show. I can do whatever I want.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do it anytime.
I mean, I've always loved the word splendor.
Yeah.
I think that there's and the meaning of it. I think that's what I strive for in my daily life. It's just
I think of splendor in the grass immediately.
To revel in the splendor of this grand existence, this whatever this life is.
Are you guys working on a new album soon, or something's happening?
We're currently working on it. At Lucky Recording Company, we're doing.
Let's shout out to Travis. Maybe speak a little bit to Travis, another local music involved person.
Let's talk about Travis.
Travis Kasperbauer and
Yay.
Michael Ross.
We love those guys.
We really love those guys, and they have Lucky Recording Company.
We did our first
Brisbane.
album there, Occasions for blah blah. You know the one. And now we're working on this new one.
Yeah.
Norwood Fisher's playing bass on a few tracks on this. Paulo Baldi on drums again.
Yeah. And so we have some singles right now from kind of different places. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how we end up releasing, but we love albums.
Yeah.
We love albums.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some singles and an album.
And we have a particularly we're have a strong affinity for Travis and Mikey over at Lucky, and so we love working with them. But we're also doing a collaboration. We did a couple songs with Fantastic Negrito, who's an extraordinary person and talent that we bonded on when we first met too. That was somebody we both were. And Kate was like, "Oh, have you heard the latest Fantastic Negrito?" I'm like, "No, do tell."
It was the first album we listened to together. I think was Please Don't Be Dead.
That's right.
Negrito, yeah.
I like that. The first album we listened to together. That's a nice little evolutionary like nugget of progress.
Yeah.
Also, Jane Weedland from the Go-Go's and Electrodomestico and
Pietro.
Pietro.
Oh yeah, love them too.
Straccia.
We might be doing some stuff together next year.
They're fun folks, is the point, and Travis knows how to pull in the fun,
That's right.
cool. Let me look at my notes, but I'm realizing that hot off the Haight Street Fair, but October 4th, I think it is, you're playing the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass.
Yeah, we'll be playing Hardly Strictly Bluegrass.
How exciting is that? Now, Kate, have you done that before? He's so excited.
Wow, it's such a great festival. I've seen Willie Nelson there, Emmylou Harris, Steve Earle, Les Claypool.
Ween played there.
Played
It was
there.
crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Ramblin'
Cat Power will be there this time.
Ramblin' Jack Elliott's going to be
Jack
there.
Elliott, Chuck Prophet's playing.
Chuck Prophet again. Everybody, shout out to Chuck.
Yeah, we love Chuck.
I'm really excited for that. We're gonna do an acoustic set.
Yeah, it'll just be a duo set this time.
On what stage is it?
I think it's the Hill Stomp.
Is it?
Hillside or Hillside?
I don't know. There's a lot of stages.
Yeah.
But that I'm really excited about.
We're very excited about that too.
Yeah, because that's like music aficionados of San Francisco from it's like
Yeah.
the pros of listening,
Pros of listening. Yeah.
See, their ears are textured.
Finally attuned, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, looking at my notes. Haight Street Fair, Hardly Strictly, both from New Mexico, Blue Lamp. This is the fall edition, 2024.
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, I did the Season of the Witch edition. And I'm realizing every fall it's going to be female focused, but more like the divine feminine. It's because the guy who did the cover, Chuck Sperry, this gorgeous cover. It's
Love
gorgeous.
Chuck.
It's one
Chuck
of the.
and Ron Donovan and Chuck Sperry used to do the Firehouse together.
Exactly.
Back in the day, and long live Ron Donovan. But Chuck is
Yeah,
a
long
brilliant
live,
artist.
But it's kind of a shout out to the divine feminine, and season. What does what does Season of the Witch mean to you? What would you like to speak to about that? Does that resonate for you, or that's kind of putting you on the point on the spot?
Yeah.
But
Season of the Witch
great
like
Donovan
that.
song.
is a great song.
I mean, I've never been asked that question before, but it's a good one. I think what my initial reaction is it sounds like it's empowering. I mean, what we do as when I think of like Season of the Witch, like what does a witch do? And it's kind of about like taking your own power, isn't it? And that I think we have a lot more power than we realize, and we're just within ourselves. And I think that's it's sometimes we need the reminder.
Yeah.
Reminder, encouragement, and just. I think it's easy to forget that we possess so much power, because I think there's a lot of forces that maybe try to convince you otherwise. You know what I mean? I think some people just succumb to the idea that they are powerless when they're not. So it's really.
You might feel it through the magic when you guys are playing guitar too. Like it's almost like you're not there, and almost like the whatever that energy is coming through you.
Yeah.
That electric.
Yeah.
I love that idea of the witch. Well, actually, don't they have that in some of the movies where there's electricity coming out of their fingers?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so.
indeed.
Like lightning. It looks like lightning.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you guys?
Yes.
I think it does happen.
That's so weird because I was just remembering.
Careful!
Yeah.
I think I just saw a little bit
sorry.
coming out.
Let me keep my finger.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
When we were touring, and we were in, I think it was in Vail.
Yes, Scott Brenner's place.
And we were going to sleep, and I mean, I felt like I was in another world, but pulled up the covers and there was like static electricity, but you could see it.
The sparks. Yeah.
And I was like, Eric, are you messing with me? I thought that he had some trick that
Yeah,
Josh
Which would be a lot like him. He would-
Totally.
Yeah, it would be.
Totally,
Right.
he would do something like that. But then he kept doing it, and it looked like little lightning. And I was like, "What are you doing?" But it was just the static because it's so dry.
She hadn't experienced that
I had
before.
never seen it in the dark like that.
Yeah. Quite something.
So there was literal like little lightnings coming from the
Yeah.
Mini
They're
lightnings.
actually-
Yeah, mini lightning.
Mini lightnings.
Aw.
You look
Mini,
into that.
mini lightnings.
Yeah,
Many,
many
many
lightnings.
lightnings.
Yeah.
Mini lightning.
I know, I like that. The holidays are coming. It's coming up.
Yeah.
I
What do you think
love
of this
that.
one, Jeff?
Oh, yes. Oh, and perfect timing.
Okay, not too close to this.
Sorry about
okay.
that. I'm so sorry.
It is fall.
I
And
just
This
compulsion.
can you tell me about this guy?
well, this particular chicken was actually given to us at Zihuatanejo Guitar Fest
Yeah.
in
Our
2023
friend Tanya,
by our friend Tanya. But
travel chicken.
this is our travel chicken, and we pack it with us. It goes everywhere with us, which is kind of really obnoxious.
Yeah,
But
it is.
just because,
And
but it goes everywhere with us. And when we were in the circus, we were
Oh, yeah.
in the circus for 4 months. These chickens were a big part of that show.
of course.
Yeah.
These exact ones.
This
so
exact.
and this exact sound.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So which was, to sell during intermission, maybe not the best idea because then all the kids get their chickens and the second
Yeah.
half
Half of
is
the show
just
is just
Yeah.
chicken
Yeah.
sounds. But
Then you have to play in the key of chicken.
yes,
yeah.
exactly.
For every song is
Yeah.
being
Exactly.
transposed. To
I
chicken.
tried to do it one time where I was like, okay, we're gonna all play our chickens together, so because I thought they could get the chicken sounds out. So with 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
chicken, 1, 2, 3,
Chicken. Yeah.
But it didn't help. It didn't help at
It
all.
just encourage them to keep squeezing their
Yeah.
chickens all the more. So, but
Hey,
nonetheless,
if you
we,
got chickens, squeeze them.
no,
that's
yeah,
what I say.
that's hey,
Right?
chickens are made for squeezing.
Right.
You know.
And what's the thing
So-
about if you got lemons, make lemonade? So if you
Yeah.
got chickens, make chickenade?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
chickenade.
Right.
Yeah,
Chickenade.
that's right.
Chickenade. Yeah.
Circus. So tell me just as, I know the circus was a harrowing
Don't
experience.
make us speak of it.
No,
It was hard.
I will say
it was hard.
it was it's a different
Challenge,
world
yeah.
that we weren't used to at all.
Yeah. We love the circus.
And it's something that we've both been really fascinated by since we were kids.
Clowns are a thing.
Eric and
Yeah,
clowns,
there was the clowns.
It was
the,
that
whole
hit-
the whole circus thing, you know. Yeah.
the whole thing.
The whole
So we
thing.
got to do it, for
Yeah.
4 months. A traveling tent show.
4 months?
Yes,
Yeah.
4 months.
And
We
it
built
was
the tent. We built the stage. We did everything. We all tore it down. Very long days of manual labor.
it was a small,
Sledgehammers.
it was a small circus, family run circus. So everyone did everything.
Did any songs come out of it? Did you find any? You did? Oh, you found some?
Yeah, we actually wrote
Blue.
Blue and Her Strawberry Balloon, which is on our last album, Death of the Hoochie Coo. That came right out of the circus.
Yes, it did.
And we sort of, over the course of those months, wrote it kind of on stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we started performing, we performed for the acts,
Yeah.
and for the Cloud Swing act, we started forming this song, but we were just following her kind of, and then the song started to take shape. But it was cool because it really evolved just through doing it over and over, and then we're like, oh, okay, that feels like a verse and a chorus.
So that was written there, and then a few other songs started there that we finished later
And a lot of the lyrics for Death of the Hoochie Coo were written
during the circus.
during the circus.
Do you both write the lyrics? You kind of trade off? I mean, we don't have to get too much in the details of songwriting, but I mean...
I mean, it. I'll say this: we both write music and the lyrics, and it can depend on the song which writes more. But I'll say certainly for "Death of the Hoochie Coo," that Kate wrote the majority of those lyrics. You did. It was so stressful because we had limited time, and I feel bad that I put that workload upon. I was not. I did help with a few.
Is that a chicken? I think that's worth a chicken squeeze, maybe.
Well, it's just that Kate is a.
No, I think you deserve to squeeze the
thank
chicken. Yeah.
Well, Kate's lyrical. Kate's lyrical prowess is hard to match. She's such a great lyricist. So
Thank you, Eric.
But yes, I help.
I think what Eric is saying nicely is that I'm a real control freak when it comes to lyrics. And,
Well, she's very particular. She has standards. We'll say that.
Yeah.
She's just got high standards.
I love doing. I love it's not always enjoyable. It's sometimes quite painful, but I deal in words. I feel like that is how that's what I do. You know,
Yeah.
and music has been always a vehicle for that. You know. So, but it is very collaborative. Like the SgtSplendor sound is
Very much
just
the
the two of us, you know, coming together. And
I like it. I like it.
I love it. In fact, I was just thinking of the band Shell, and I saw you guys play there, and that was fantastic. And shout out to Phil, Billy, and Jenny Kerr.
Yeah.
Phil
How
Billy.
much do we love those people?
Yeah, we love them.
And you were talking about Ziwat Nao, and they're part of that whole
That's
thing.
how I got. That's how we ended up there.
Yeah. And they used to live on Baker over here in the city.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't want to take how many, we did 21 minutes, you guys.
Wow.
I have one last question that I ask all the interviews when I do them is that, and then maybe you guys can play an outro song or something, or maybe just sing something, a little ditty at the end. We should have rehearsed that, but why?
We don't believe in rehearsal.
Hey, and the thing you were saying about words, for me, is same as a writer, journalist, or whatever. I call it the choreography of words. So like they just, because it just feels so good when they just sort of like, they, no matter if it's right, grammatically, they just feel better together.
Yes.
Anyway, so the Hate Street, I had to get that out. It's not about me, it's about you guys. Hate Street Voice is hyper-local with a global perspective. So it's about the essence of the hate that happened, that exploded here in the 60s. And yet it's about the essence of be kind, be creative, let your freak flag fly, express yourself. But it's for communities everywhere. So this is your space for you to say whatever you'd like to say to the hate community as well as communities everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go first, or you want me?
I mean, I think what you just said, the word community itself is crucial. That's how real civilizations and people thrive, is by coming together as community. So I think that should something people should maybe encourage and aspire to, is to kind of bring communities together, because that's also how all real significant change has occurred. And people as a community are the ones that need to make the changes that we need to see happen. So, but one of the things that is crucial is that we start making it fashionable to listen to each other again and have conversations, because that if we lose that completely, then we kind of we don't have a chance. But so we just need to get back to that. So I just would encourage everyone to, even people you disagree with or think are insane, whatever, if they feel like they're being validated or listened to, they're more inclined to listen to you and try to understand you as well. Yeah. Everyone wants to be understood and everyone wants to be listened to. So let's just try that.
That reminds me of like sort of the punk. I mean, my first concert was the Sex Pistols at Winterland here in San Francisco when I was 15. And it's a long story, but I was like, the punk rock scene, they have a great exhibit at the Hate Street Arts Center. Shout out to the Hate Street Arts. You got to go see that. I think it's through the 29th.
Okay.
Jeez.
Whatever, if you can see it, it's fantastic. The closing party. Anyway, even though the punks were saying fuck society or fuck, the government and all of that, they had actually a really beautiful community amongst themselves. It was just it wasn't the community that's like, the white picket fence only community, which I always used to think
but they looked out for each other, they had each other's backs.
Yeah, so
it was a community.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah, that was very good. That's very good, Eric.
It was beautiful.
I agree that listening is a lost art, and it's one of the most important things to learning how to listen, and it's the thing that we all want the most, I think, is to be heard. Hate Street, I mean, it's interesting right now in San Francisco, right? Because we see how it's being portrayed in the media as well, and it's just cuckoo bananas.
As though that's all it is now.
And what the fair really showed me was that Ooh, they have no idea. I mean, I knew that already, obviously, but I guess it just proved to me how much there is still something here in San Francisco. And for though there's a beautiful photo that Mikey Ross he jumped up on stage after our set and said, turn around, and he has the photo. And you can't see the end. It's just people down Haight Street, and you can't see the end. And it's so beautiful. And some people are posing for the photo, and it just feel like when I was there, it felt like I was at a family reunion. You know.
Yeah.
And you guys have played a lot of freaking shows. It's not
We
like
have a lot of shows,
But this one is one of the very special ones. And having Angeline Saris on bass and Wes Anderson on drums, they are a long time Bay Area, like,
yes,
you know, just fixtures and
Yes.
brilliant people and musicians. And
yes. So I think just like, you know, the arts are so important right now, and if we continue to show up and you know, even when I don't want to, there's so much.
You think I want to be pulling this magazine out of my ass right now?
I know.
Thank you for helping me to make this thing
You're
come together.
doing it, and that is, you know, you're doing your part to keep this community.
You're helping keep it alive and keep it thriving. It's awesome.
It's what makes us human. Is
The
art.
secret is I have no idea what I'm doing, so I ask everybody else what they're doing.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how it works.
nobody knows what they're doing.
Nobody knows. We're always trying to figure it out as we go.
I mean,
right?
you play guitar, but you still don't really know. Like I know got a journalism degree, but I still don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
You know?
we're just all figuring it out. But isn't it better to figure it out together?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's just do that.
We're all better off if we kind of get together, do it together.
Yeah.
We're all better.
Yeah, let's just all fuck it up together.
Yeah, and have fun.
Yeah.
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 Let's fuck it up together.
See, we're starting a community right here in this room.
Right?
Yeah.
And our chicken is involved.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. Our communal chicken right there.
I really
something.
like the slow.
The slow.
Too slow.
Too slow.
Oh.
Oh, sometimes.
Oh yeah. The,
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
it's
a-
and the suck
Yeah.
back in and that. Yeah. That's good.
Anyway, we'll keep working on that.
Thank
Well,
you. That was beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Well, Linda Kelly, it's a pleasure. I'm so glad you're still in San Francisco carrying the torch or whatever they call it.
I feel
Keeping what I like to say. Sorry to interrupt. That was bad.
No, that wasn't bad.
Keeping the light that lit the '60s alive. Just trying to keep that light that lit the '60s going.
Keep the
Yeah.
fire
Even though it's
burning.
some weirdo holding this little teeny flame or whatever, it's still there. Damn it!
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's so important, and it feels like you're like a glue, a really lovely glue.
A very lovely glue you are. Yes.
Yes, a beautiful glue that's just bringing us. You know, you're keeping it a unit here.
Yeah.
This thing that's happening,
Yeah,
the music
it's
and
good.
the art and the kindness and all this stuff in San Francisco.
Remember how Tom, was the first guy to like really record us live to CDR? We would do the 4th Street Tavern every Tuesday. I found in storage us performing on Linda Kelly's birthday, her birthday show there. Isn't that wild? Yeah.
What year was that?
That was in this is from 1999 maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I was living
98 maybe?
I think I was going to say
Could
98.
have been
97.
97.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have at some point I've got to get you a copy of that.
Was that Andrew? What was the name? Which band was that?
Faraway Brothers.
It was Faraway Brothers.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Who am I thinking of? With
Liar, Alien Lovestock.
Alien Lovestock.
I
Alien
think
Lovestock.
it was Faraway Brothers that night. Yeah.
Alien Lovestock. Oh my God! Wow, so many bands, so many
So
years,
bands.
so many bands.
Yeah, there's been a few.
And shout out to your awesome families. You guys always do your shout out to your families
yeah,
when
we
you do
love
the
our
Red Couch.
families.
That's huge.
Yeah,
you know-
they're very supportive.
They really are.
We're lucky.
And somebody that was a really major fixture and somebody who brought a lot of light to the scene was Paula. So, and she's not with us anymore,
Yeah.
but a shout out to
Yeah,
to Paula
absolutely.
O'Rourke too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wally Ingram. I mean, there's just so many. There's too many to name.
Body.
So we will see you at the Hardly Strictly Bluegrass,
Yeah, we'll see
And-
you there.
October 4th, right?
Yeah.
October 4th. And we love you, and thanks for your time.
We love you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Thanks for being here and keeping everything moving.
Maybe just a note.
Oh yeah,
Play a note, Eric.
It wasn't
let's play a
awkward.
note.
I felt awkward. So
I'll
missed
play a
on my
note.
own part. You guys looked great.
Play a note
Oh yeah,
with
just
me,
a little.
okay?
How about a song to the San Francisco or some little, I don't know.
Are you in tune?
I think.
We didn't rehearse. This is great. I love this.
What are you?
I was doing Call Back the Dog.
Well, that's a.
Oh man, that was cool.
Yeah.
Out of
A
tune.
little bit about it.
No,
too.
but that
Oh,
was
yeah?
so. You guys are so. And you guys are like. You called me glue. Well, you guys are like a. I don't know. It's just this beautiful. What do you even call that? Like
Epoxy.
a,
No,
no, the thing that you can just move around, like maybe like I don't know.
yeah, what do you call
Right,
it?
right. It's just so fluid. You guys really just dance with when you can.
Oh, thank you.
You can just play and weave. You weave around together so
It
well.
is nice. I've never had this kind of musical relationship either. Like, because we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, we do.
Good thing we
As it
like
turns
each
out.
other, but
Yep.
we spend a lot of time together.
It's a good start.
And I think really knowing each other, and we can kind of anticipate where the other person's gonna go, or you can follow them, you trust
Yeah.
them. And I've never had that really
No, this is pretty.
to this extent.
It's like
you
my
know, I mean,
favorite.
Collab.
Yeah.
And you're not afraid to have a train wreck, and you can have fun with the train wrecks, probably.
Well, I
right?
think the red couch really got us used to like, okay, it's okay, we can have a train wreck.
Yeah. Just try something we haven't tried. and it's okay.
You can't undo the train wreck because you have it live.
Yeah, because it's live. And we just sit down on the couch and press go. And whatever our day was and whatever, we just had to sit there and do it. And I mean, we felt afterward like, because I was such a perfectionist before that.
See, that's
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. That's a nice
And
symbiote.
it has been a really good thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's been good for both of us because I was getting a little too, like, how would you say? I think I was maybe not applying myself as much as I could earlier, or maybe I was letting things go that I shouldn't let go musically before. Like,
Right.
So I was sort of on the other end of the spectrum of perfectionist at a certain point. Just kind of, I had a period there where I was just not inspired, I should say.
Right.
But when I got with Kate, it kind of lit that fuse again, lit that fire again, and I felt like excited about music again. And I started to sort of really care more about what I was putting out there. And so that was, so it's the most fun I've had playing music in a long time.
Is there ever a moment where you guys are like, okay, honey, or whatever, dude, lady, we have to put down our guitars now because it's, do you ever have just like, we need to put our hands down and move away from the guitars?
No, we
You never have
do.
that? Like, you know what I mean? Where, okay.
We don't because
I don't know. I don't know what made me think of that, but I'm like, do you always have their guitars everywhere? Like you're in the
Well-
kitchen, you're eating dinner, and you've got your guitars with you.
I was telling Wes the other day that we do this really obnoxious thing occasionally where we'll like, because we're kind of constantly writing songs. Just I'm always humming or singing a melody that is just off the top, right?
she doesn't
or
even know
something.
she's doing it most of the time. I'm like,
But
I'm like, what is that? It's like, oh, was I singing?
But so one of us will say something and then the other one will repeat it in like a rhythm or a melodic way, and then we'll like start doing a song with it, over like would you like some broccoli for dinner? And then we're like, would you like some broccoli for dinner?
It's obnoxious, you know.
You know, it's so obnoxious.
You
And
have everything. If you keys, you got these. You got the, yeah. I got my these and my those and my them over there. I got my these. So whatever. It could turn
it's
into
really
a-
annoying.
It's
And
obnoxious.
I mean, but we get into it, and then we'll do it for like a way too long.
Yeah.
And I've thought before, I'm like, man, not that anyone's thinking about what we're doing in our free time, but if someone had it in their imagination what we do as a couple, like when we're just hanging out, it would be that. We're just like, we are that. And it's so, and sometimes I'm like, can we stop? Because we're annoying
Are
me
we a
now.
character?
We are annoying
I'm like,
me.
we're just, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are we caricatures of ourselves?
Sometimes.
We need to get out of the room and get away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's get away from us.
sometimes. So it's not
Yeah,
putting down
yeah.
the guitar. It's like, can I put my brain down? Like,
Right, because it doesn't matter if we don't have a guitar. It's still going.
The
all
music
time.
is
Yeah.
relentless. No, but it's fun. It's good.
It is.
We get to do that. Yeah.
Jerry Garcia's #1 thing was make sure you have fun.
See,
We have a lot of fun.
that we are not lacking in fun.
Yeah. No, discipline, organizational skills, time management. But fun.
Hey, there you
We got that
Okay.
down.
Hey, that's a good note to end on. We love you. We'll see you out there.
We love you too.
Sergeant Splendor, ladies and gentlemen, we love you. Man, I felt the New Mexico in the air. Right
That was
there.
very
Woo!
nice. That sounds very
All right, peace out, y'all.
Y'all
Love you. Thank you so much.